The Albuquerque Atomics and the Charlotte Royals are 5-8 and will likely need to win out to keep their postseason chances alive. Which hungry team will take a bite out of their dreams tonight? The season hasn't gone ideal for Chicago and Minnesota, but both teams are still playing hard in hopes more wins come their way. Who you got tonight? And the Southwest is once again in chaos after Houston took an upset loss Wednesday. Austin and Phoenix have another opportunity to seize. Will it be Long's Lone Stars or Tillo's Skyhawks that get back on track? We'll watch it all tonight in the Virtual Zone. And we're flying into UFL studios just like we're flying in to Arizona. Week 15 continues right here on VFN. Sit back and enjoy the glory of 3 times the football as 90 minutes of UFL action starts now. It's Casual Saturday here at the studios. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Charlotte hosting Albuquerque, Minnesota hosts Chicago, Austin at Phoenix. We are underway across the UFL landscape as Week 15 rolls on. Night 3 of 4. Week 15 ends Tuesday with an epic night of action, but we've got plenty of storylines to talk about here this evening. Welcome to all of you. Annie Beaverhausen in the chat. Ron Haynes, Joseph Clausen, Ronnie Shanahan, Anthony's in the house as well, as Joe Tillo's going to start with a handoff for Phoenix. Mike Roberts and Dennis Tolbert have receptions for Albuquerque on their opening drives. Welcome in to the show. Good to see you too, JW. You go tonight. 4 corners, corner squares, and diagonal. Let's start with the playoff picture. The updated playoff picture as Charlotte's going to challenge early, so we're going to stem away from that. Let's go to Phoenix. We won't spend a ton of time Chicago at Minnesota today in terms of audio, just because those two teams are both out of playoff contention, as Tariant gets a carry there. But you look at the Austin Lone Stars and the Phoenix Skyhawks, both in the hunt in the Great West playoff race. They are just 1 game back of the Houston Herd, and of course the winner today will match Houston's record atop that Southwest division. Now, if you're talking about tiebreakers as Chicago gets over midfield, Houston split the season series with Austin. They beat the Lone Stars last week. They play Phoenix the final week of the regular season and lost to Phoenix by 2 in week 3. So if Phoenix were to win tonight, they would retake the lead in the Southwest. If Austin were to win tonight, that would go to conference record. Currently, Austin would have a 6-5 conference record, and Houston just 4-6, which means the winner of tonight's Austin-Phoenix game is back in pole position in the Southwest. Joe Tillo fires to the sideline but overshoots everybody, and that brings up 4th down for the Skyhawks. Now, for Albuquerque and Charlotte, Albuquerque not on the graphic, but if they were able to win tonight's ball game, they would essentially be tied with that final in the hunt position, still very much alive in the playoffs. Charlotte is in the same boat. They would be tied with New Orleans right on the cusp of that in the hunt graphic, and just 1 game back of the 8th and final wild card spot. Your updated playoff standings, as Motor City is now your 8th seed in the conference. Now, Tennessee was the 8th seed, but Motor City beat Tennessee in week 1 of the regular season, which gives them the head-to-head. So the Mustangs get themselves back in their top 8 with their monster win over St. Louis, which, by the way, would be the first round wild card playoff matchup if the playoffs started today. Motor City back in St. Louis. Nearly an interception there for Jesse Long. This is going to be a 53-yard field goal for the Chicago Dragons, and that comes up just short. So Minnesota will take over. Albuquerque pinning Charlotte down inside the 5-yard line after their opening drive stalls out. Salt Lake, as Skippy points out, is sitting pretty at the top of the standings. 11-2, home field advantage throughout the playoffs until we get to the UFL Championship, which of course is in a neutral site in Vegas. A monster matchup tonight for playoff implications in prime time. The 7-6 Portland Huskies hosting the 9-4 Dakota Rhinos. If Dakota wins, they will clinch the Northern Division. If they do not, Portland will own the tiebreaker over them, be down by 1 game with just 2 to go as Jesse Long takes a sack, and the two meet again in the final week of the regular season. Saint with the sack for Phoenix, and that will stall the Austin drive as Charlotte has a first down up to the 21-yard line. All 3 games are still scoreless. Let's talk about how these teams improved across the league. For Austin, they wanted to mix things up defensively. They are not getting the pressure on the quarterback they need, and they are getting gashed in the passing game. They're giving up 9 yards, 9 yards a pass, which is second worst in the league. That pass goes for 12 to Boone for John Clements and the Royals, and Charlotte has a first down. Austin also worked on their free safety, who had previously been dropped, got rid of the drop, and then helped in zone coverage and tackling, and lots of good stuff to try to make sure that Phoenix does not beat them over the top. It will be the Skyhawks' second possession coming up next. How about Phoenix? They worked on their linebackers. They have been pretty good against the run this season, but they got gashed the last time they played Mike Woodstone and the Austin Lone Stars. Minnesota has gotten into the red zone on that Tyler Falk reception. This is a first down run for Phoenix around the end to the Austin 41-yard line. Beautiful play there. Mateus Sansbino with the 24-yard catch. See if we get another look at that. Doug Falk fires down to the bottom of the screen. That pass is incomplete. And we will not, unfortunately, get a look at that from Phoenix. Phoenix, from a game plan perspective, wanted to tighten up on third down. They have really struggled. They've given up 94 third downs in the league. That is the most of any team in the UFL. Forcing a lot of third downs, but not really getting off the field. So Phoenix just trying to make sure that they're not dropping back in cover 4 quarters all dang game. False start on Phoenix will push them back.
Here we go. 60-or.
Charlotte wants to run Chris Curtis in between the tackles more. Upon further review, some putrid run blocking ratings on the outside for Charlotte's receivers as James Cooley has a first down to the Albuquerque 33. So Charlotte maybe trying to run a little bit less outside as Doug Falk's pass is incomplete. Looks like Minnesota's drive is going to stall out. We might get our first points of the night here on Game Night as Phoenix is also approaching and now into the red zone on the Austin Lone Stars. For Chicago, they worked on their defensive backs as Jacob Vaughn, the star of this defense, gets the pass deflection there. And they threw in a whole bunch of new plays defensively. Just wanted to give a new wrinkle. They're second worst in scoring defense. They have really struggled to stop people. In fact, they put together their best offensive game of the week last week in a loss to Cleveland because they couldn't get their defense off the field. 38-31, that loss for the Dragons. Chicago sitting on 2 wins this season. Minnesota sitting on 4, both in the bottom 4 of the UFL standings. Chris Curtis up the gut to the 15-yard line. And that's a first down and a red zone trip for Charlotte. Our first points of the game came in the Chicago-Minnesota game. That field goal confirmed. Good from 37 yards away. So we got through all of our adjustments. We got through the playoff picture before we got to settle into some Hugo tonight. May the odds forever be in your favor. It's a penalty marker, pass interference on Austin. There's another in between the tackles run for Chris Curtis down to the 8-yard line of Albuquerque. Second down and 3 for Charlotte. First and goal for Phoenix at the 4-yard line. The handoff to Tariant, not much there. Loss of a yard, his 6th carry of the first quarter. Clements play fake, second down and 3. Fires out of bounds over everybody's head. We'll go back and forth between Charlotte and Phoenix, both in the red zone.
Ready, 18, Gator.
Third down and 3 for Charlotte. Clements floating one in the back of the end zone. That pass is incomplete. Tillo on a 2nd down and goal at the 5, going to take off and run. Tillo is stopped at the 4-yard line. 4th and 3. We'll see if Charlotte gets ultra aggressive. James Cooley, a good one to throw a jump ball up to. That was pretty tight coverage by the unclaimed linebacker, Josh Brenton. Actually, really impressive coverage. 3rd down and goal for Joe Tillo. Tillo fires into the end zone. That ball is ping-ponged around and will fall incomplete, and it looks like Phoenix is going to come up short. So this is a 25-yard field goal from Charlotte. That kick is good. The Royals on the board in the battle of desperate 5 and 8 squads in North Carolina tonight. The extra point, or the field goal for Phoenix from 21 yards out is good. So we've got 3 field goals to start the game, all by the home teams. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 early on game night. Mike Roberts hands it off to Corey Preston. Preston in his 3rd start at running back. Hasn't had much room to run the football so far, as Minnesota has been all over them. I forgot to mention earlier that Colin Northrup and John Warren on the call for tonight's primetime game between Dakota and Portland. Every team's out of the red zone. Let's go to Minnesota, where Chicago's across the 50-yard line. Mike Roberts fires to the near side. That pass is caught at the 31. Roberts has started 6 for 6 for 75 yards for the Dragons. Some of these teams, when talking with the locker room and trying to identify problems this week, I mean, some of these teams have just had brutally unlucky seasons. For Albuquerque, their schedule might have been the toughest in the league this season. Their losses are to Fresno, Dakota, Vegas, Motor City, Salt Lake, Los Angeles, Vegas, and San Diego. Every single one of those teams right now is in the top 8 or tied with the top 8 in the league. So Albuquerque, and Albuquerque's got a win against Dallas and San Jose. Their last 2 wins have come against 2 teams in the top 8. So Albuquerque just playing an absolutely brutal schedule here to start the season. Mike Woodstone on the carry for Austin, not much there. And it'll be a 3rd down for Chicago. Coming up, Lamelico Smith on his 2nd carry. Charlotte's lost 3 in a row, and their last 4 losses have been by 8, 5, 6 in overtime, and 8 points. So Charlotte's been right there. They easily could be 8-5 instead of 5-8, as Tolbert takes a sack. Austin brings him down. Chicago's in the red zone down to the 17-yard line, trying to get their first points up on the board. Austin's got a 1st down up to the 44-yard line. Joey Hudson, sorry you're late, no problem. There's no time clock here. Happy to have you. So it's either or, Ellie, on your question about the bingo. So you can get 4 corners by having each of your 4 corner numbers with a filled out number, right? So bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right, just the singular number in the corner. And then you also could have a square, a 4 square of numbers in any corner. So you're talking about the top of the Y row, top of the O row, as Chicago's got a 12-yard touchdown, and then the second line of the U row, the second line of the O row. Those 4 numbers in that corner or any of those 4 corners. Corey Preston is into the end zone for Chicago. The Dragons have our first touchdown of the day. It takes me back to the very beginning of the season when we were asking potential trivia questions of the chat. Who will have the first touchdown tonight? Well, Chicago would not have been a very popular guess, as the Dragons take a 6-3 lead. Jesse Long is going to air it out deep. One-on-one coverage, and the receivers cannot come up with it down the field. I think that was Nico Rightway. The extra point for Chicago is good. 7's off the board. 3rd and 2 coming up for Charlotte. 10-play, 74-yard drive for Chicago on that touchdown drive. Right Way nearly had that. Hand off to Curtis again, in between the tackles. First down to the 44-yard line. 39 yards on 6 carries for Chris Curtis to start the day, and so far so good for the Charlotte game plan adjustments. No center square, no. Austin downs the punt inside the 5-yard line. 1:25 to go in the first quarter in Charlotte. The Royals have the football, up 3. Clements dropping a throw. Deep ball down the field. One-on-one coverage, and the receiver could not come up with it. Screaming for a flag was the tight end Dylan Boone. Jotillo with a fake screen, and then up top, that pass is incomplete. Tillo in his receiving core started 2 for 6 for 35 yards. Curtis has another run right up the middle, still pushing the pile and picking up 8 yards. 3rd down and 2. Talk about a team that's been snake bit. The Phoenix Skyhawks, as Tillo floats one to the sideline. That is ruled incomplete. The Skyhawks have lost their last 6 games by 7, 5, 6, 8, 2, and 7. I mean, it has been tough sledding for a lot of these teams out here, and the UFL has been so competitive all season long. I mean, that really has just been the difference between if you're a playoff team or not, winning in these clutch moments. Dalton Brown has a first down for Minnesota as they get to the end of the first quarter for the first time tonight.
Got it. 53, check 53. Watch twist.
Charlotte's across the 50-yard line. Curtis is going to get a break. Watts with the carry. And they will end at the first quarter in Charlotte. Let's go to Phoenix. Draw play to Terriant. Austin all over that. 21 yards on 7 carries for Terriant so far. If you're just joining us, the winner of Austin-Phoenix tonight will overtake Phoenix in that number 4 spot in the Western Conference by virtue of tiebreakers with 2 games to go. Handoff, Dalton Brown for Minnesota up to the 43-yard line. And that'll set up a 2nd down and 5 for Minnesota. Let's go to Charlotte where they have a 3rd down and 7.
60 or.
Clements hanging in the pocket. Got to get rid of it. Cannot. Brick Novocaine with the takedown. Albuquerque gets the defensive stop, and Charlotte will have to punt it away. Donnie Allegheny with his 2nd catch for Minnesota will set up a 3rd down and 1 there. 3rd and 8 for Tillo and the Skyhawks, and he just dumps that one off short. That's not what Phoenix is looking for. They will have to punt. Doug Falk goes down. Shaw with the sack for Chicago. Minnesota will have to punt it away. The Royals trying to pin Albuquerque deep, and that punt goes into the tunnel, but officially out of bounds at the 10-yard line. If you missed scores from earlier this week, how about the shift in the Metro? Rochester and New York are now tied at 8 and 6. The Tennessee Ramblers are smoking hot, but after Motor City's win, still outside the top 8 in the Eastern Conference, which is a huge surprise. Denver with that upset win over Houston. That has allowed Phoenix or Austin to take the lead in the Southwest tonight. You got New York hanging on against Washington, putting the Knights in the rearview mirror.
It's our time.
Jesse Long gonna air it deep. So is Tolbert. Tolbert's pass is caught. Long's pass is not. Phoenix's defense been pretty good down the field as Jesse Long has taken some shots for the Lone Stars, but so far Austin is scoreless. Dennis Tolbert, pretty ball on a crossing route at the tight end, Bo Braxton, getting Albuquerque a first down. Jesse Long, play fake, turns around, check down Woodstone. Not a lot there. There goes Corey Preston again. Preston in the open field for Chicago. An 80-yard touchdown. Chicago takes a 10-point lead.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
What a revelation Corey Preston has been for the Dragons offense. As that pass for Long again down the field is incomplete. Phoenix's defense is hanging tough today. Albuquerque's across the 50 down to the Charlotte 43-yard line. Man, oh man, the Dragons so far, defense is playing better. Offense is picking up where they left off last week. And 51 plus and 14 are off the board. The Chicago Dragons 2-11. Talk about them and their snake-bitten season. Losses by 7, 3, 3, 8, 7, 3, and 3, and 3. My goodness. Let's go to Charlotte. Albuquerque on 2nd down and 7, only going to pick up a couple. 3rd down and 6. You know, the last time that Austin and Phoenix played, as that game is currently tied for the lowest score. It was a low-scoring game. Austin won 17-10. They scored 14 points in the 4th quarter after basically doing nothing the whole game. Albuquerque is in the red zone. Bo Braxton again. Dennis Tolbert 6 of 7 for 93 yards. And the Atomics have another 1st down, trying to get their first points on the board of the day. Joe Tillo on 3rd down and 6 is going to take a sack. McFadden in on the stop for Austin. That is Austin's first sack of the day. Phoenix already has 2 and another empty possession. In that Austin-Phoenix game, there goes John Denham down the hash mark to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for Albuquerque. We mentioned Tuesday night as being an epic night here on the UFL. It is must-watch television. Dallas at Wichita, Salt Lake at San Jose, Milwaukee at Cincinnati, and San Diego at Los Angeles. 4 monster games. Everyone is in the playoff picture. That's a 5-yard touchdown pass for Dennis Tolbert. Albuquerque has taken the lead. Shark Tarkington Jr. with the score. And only one of those teams playing on Tuesday night is coming off a loss. Doug Falk sacked again. Back at the 25, Harrison with the takedown, a loss of 7. Chicago's defense cooking. Mike Woodstone of Austin's got a 1st down to the Phoenix 47-yard line. His 2nd carry is up to 18 yards. The extra point for the Atomics is good. Joey Hudson having success in Yugo so far tonight. Dennis Tolbert on that drive, 5 for 5 for 71 yards and a touchdown. Austin's across the 50-yard line. They'll hand it off to Woodstone again. This time, Phoenix all over it. Doug Falk down again. Crawford with the sack. How many different players for Chicago are going to sack Falk? Still leading the league in sacks allowed this season, although in recent weeks it has drastically improved for Minnesota, but Chicago put in a bunch of elaborate blitz schemes this week, and so far it's confusing the Minnesota Chippers up front. Ray is in the house. 3rd and 29 for Doug Falk in Minnesota. And Falk's pass is popped up in the air and incomplete. Oh, what a play down the field. That is Hill, but a Phoenix player went flying. Quayshawn Hill with the catch. Wow, and the Phoenix linebacker gets flipped up in the air. Jacob Vaughn with another pass deflection, having a nice game so far for Chicago. But the pass was caught by Austin, so they got a first down at the Phoenix 29-yard line. Jesse Long is going to be taken down. A loss of 6, sacked by Looters. And Quayshawn Hill had that last catch for Austin. He is actually leading the team in receptions this season. Austin had an opportunity with their game plan adjustments to move him up the depth chart. It chose to go in a different direction because the wide receiver 3, kind of a liability. Players, the coaching staff, a little annoyed with the route running ability or lack thereof of Abacadabro. Jesse Long's pass is complete. That's to the tight end, Adavian Grady. 3rd down and 11 for Austin at the Phoenix 30-yard line. Chicago shaking off a tackle and picking up a first down in midfield. Mebane going to be credited with an 8-yard run. 3rd down and 11 now for Jesse Long to pass, caught over the middle, down to the 6-yard line. Maldonado with the grab.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
1st and goal for Austin. They are the last team to score here this afternoon. Charlotte's got to punt the football away. That drive stalls out. This punt is a high hanger. Albuquerque will have it at their own 22-yard line.
Down. 70, Indy.
1st and goal at the 5 for Austin, trailing 3-0. 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Jesse Long dropping a throw, fires into the pylon. It's dropped. There's a fumble in the Chicago game. Mike Roberts took a hit. A lineman recovered. Boyd with the sack. It's going to end up being a loss of 7 yards for the Dragons. 2nd down and goal for Austin at the 5-yard line. Hand off to Mike Woodstone. Woodstone down to the 1. 3rd and goal. The Phoenix crowd getting loud. Trying to split the season series with Austin. A monster tiebreak in the division race. 3rd and goal. Long will throw. Long had Woodstone there for a minute. Now back in the end zone. Touchdown. There's a flag. And the receiver initially ran his route out of bounds. That'll be accepted, and it's 4th and goal. Austin will choose to take the points. A chip shot 18-yard field goal to tie us up at 3. That kick is good. A costly penalty on Angel Maldonado. Mike Roberts just got rid of it. That pass incomplete. Chicago will have to punt it away. Dennis Tolbert took a sack just now from the Charlotte defense. Third down and 15. Albuquerque going to try to set up a screen. Has some blockers, just not enough. Denham will not reach the sticks. 9 of 10 though for Dennis Tolbert. Beautiful punt from Chicago. That dies at the 7-yard line. Phoenix will take a knee. 5 minutes left there. And Albuquerque's got a punt. That's a 3 and out. So we got nobody in scoring range. Tillo's lofting one, and it should have been. It looked like it could have been hauled in. But neither Austin nor Phoenix have been able to connect on any of their deep passing attempts. And both teams are trying. Got Doug Falk on a little rollout. Got a first down for Minnesota up to the 23. Terriant can't get to the outside. Chris Curtis having a nice day. 57 yards on 9 carries in the first half for Charlotte. First down and 10, 2:58 to go in the first half. John Clements out of his own end zone. That pass is deflected. Clements 9 of 13. Let's go to Phoenix. Third down and 13. Tillo dropping to throw. Clean pocket. Joe Tillo down the middle. You can't get more wide open than that. Hakeem Manumaluna down to the Austin 44-yard line. Clements on a dump off out of his own end zone. Gets it up to the 15. Third down and 1 in both Charlotte and Minnesota. Breakdown in coverage in Austin. Let's go to Minnesota. Third and 1. Chipper's trying to keep the drive alive. They hand it off to Brown. He's got a first down. Hand off to Curtis. Charlotte's got a first down. Both those games under 3 to go in the first half. Under 4 to play in the first half in Phoenix. 3-3, 7-3, and 14-3. Here on game night right now, Tarrant loses another yard. Austin has been living in the backfield of Phoenix. McFadden has 4 tackles for losses in the first half. 2-minute warning in Charlotte. Fresh set of downs for Minnesota. That run scoops up 5. Second and 11 for Phoenix as Charlotte will have to punt, trailing 7-3. 2-minute warning in Minnesota. We'll try Tarrant again on the ground, and again Austin is there. The Austin Lone Stars have the league's #1 rushing defense. They give up just 3. Oh, interception! Interception, Chicago! It's going back the other way! What a first half for the Dragons! Touchdown, Chicago! Fumble! Joe Tillo lost the ball and Austin recovers! 2 monumental turnovers back to back. Tillo, more pressure, and the ball immediately ripped out of his hands. As Albuquerque gets beyond midfield, another catch over the middle. This one, Trey McDowell. That interception return for a touchdown. Yardage is officially 46. 46-yard interception return for a score for Chicago. As Tolbert takes off and runs for Albuquerque. Tons of space down to the 21-yard line. So now Austin has the football back after the Tillo fumble. But Jesse Long can't do anything with it. Second down and 10. Albuquerque is nearing the red zone. They are lead 7-3, all 3 timeouts, 1:03 to go in the first half. As Tolbert will take the check down underneath. That's McDowell, first down inside the 10-yard line. Third down and 6 for Austin, but they've reached the 2-minute warning in Phoenix. You're right, 21 was already called. Into the end zone, touchdown Albuquerque. Beautiful dive from Robert Martin-Jones, and I can't believe we have not mentioned Robert Martin-Jones so far today. That touchdown goes for 10 yards. And Austin has scored a touchdown. Man, we can't keep up. Jesse Long, a deep shot down the field, finally connects. That is Angel Maldonado with the score. Got to get another look at that beauty. A 37-yard strike, which unbelievably is already off the board. It was our first number tonight. (14-3), 10-3, 21-3, and I think Chicago just got another pick. The Dragons, the worst record in the league, 2-11, playing out of their mind right now on both sides of the ball, and it is Chicago football again.
Here we go. 18.
Back-to-back picks just before the half on back-to-back drives. Chicago's got the football back again with 1:35 on the clock. Mike Roberts wide open inside the 20. That's Preston. Chicago's right back in the red zone at the 12-yard line. .36 seconds to go in the first half for Charlotte to try to do something with it. It has been all atomics in the first half. Albuquerque actually did something that no one has done since week 3 in the UFL. They were given the option to just not make an adjustment, which, you know, sometimes adjustments can do more harm than good. Just ask Cincinnati. Albuquerque's played a rigorous schedule. They have not lost to a team with a losing record this season. And so far, it's proving out that they are the better team than Charlotte. They're up 14-3 right now. Chris Curtis with a catch up to the 45-yard line, but Charlotte only has one more timeout left, so a 10-second runoff is ensuing. Phoenix trying to bounce back after the Tillo fumble, and Tillo was trying to go long. He takes another sack. McFadden with the takedown, a loss of 6 yards, 8 seconds to go in Charlotte. Curtis is sacked, and the Royals are probably not going to get anything at the end of this half. That's a 9-yard touchdown. Somebody said they needed 9, and Chicago just gave it to them. The Dragons score again. They scored 31 last week. The league's worst record, pouring it on against Minnesota here tonight. Handoff for Phoenix. Another sack for Brick Novocaine. An ugly half for Charlotte. Although their adjustment of trying to get Curtis going in the run game has worked, they're still losing on the scoreboard 14-3. You know what's crazy about what is going on game night right now? If you remember, all 3 home teams scored field goals before visiting teams scored points. All the home teams were up 3-0. Since then, none of the home teams have scored. And Albuquerque's up 14-3, Chicago's up 28-3, and Austin is up 10-3. We definitely have not seen anything like that all season.
Down. 60 outlaw.
54, right, 54. Ready?
Austin's got the football with 37 seconds to go in the half. They're up 10-3 and have 2 timeouts.
Ready.
Jesse Long has a clean pocket. Pass is caught to the 31. They'll take a timeout, reassess. Start of the second half in Charlotte. Doug Falk, who's been playing some great football recently. 7 of 13 for 75 yards and 2 picks in a miserable first half for Minnesota. Shanahan,
70, Indy.
he's got the corner. You got the Yugo, Ronnie. That is confirmed. Deep shot, Jesse Long, caught and out of bounds to preserve time to the Phoenix 46-yard line. Nico Rightway with the catch, and a smart decision there from Austin. Minnesota's got a completion. They'll call a timeout. 31 seconds to go in the half. Yeah, Joey, that prediction looking pretty good right now. You called that early, too. Deep shot for Charlotte is incomplete to start the half.
54 Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Ronnie Shanahan's first ever bingo. Doug Falk is sacked again. That's 4 for Chicago in the half. Jesse Long, sideline again. Austin preserves their timeout. John Clements, an absolute rocket. One-on-one caught James Cooley, and there should have been interference for that too. A 57-yard bomb to James Cooley may have just gotten Charlotte back in this thing. There was a lot of pushing and shoving down the field. We're not going to get a zoomed in look at it, but Charlotte is in the red zone on their opening drive of the second half. Austin's got 20 seconds left. They're in scoring position down to the 15-yard line, and they're going to end up getting a field goal out of the drive. Another pick for Chicago. Free safety, Ronell Brown takes it away from Tyler Falk. Doug Falk's third interception. Well, I guess the defensive adjustments worked. Wow, the Chicago Dragons building some serious momentum heading into the offseason. The 32-yard field goal for Austin is good. And that is now 13-3. Halftime finally for Minnesota. In the red zone, Charlotte all the way down to the 2. 16 of 21 is Clements. Walker's got 4 of those catches. First down, Royals. Two seconds to go in the first half. Phoenix playing out the stretch. They will finally get to the locker room. There's a beautiful look at the pylon cam as Charlotte tries to get their first touchdown of the day.
On the set.
53, Mike.
If the Dragons win, they would be tied for Montana with the worst record in the league.
Now.
First and goal. Clements gonna toss it from 2 yards out, nearly intercepted off the deflection. Second and goal for Charlotte. Colin Northrup, John Warren in prime time tonight. The Northern Division is at stake. Portland hosting Dakota.
3 down.
Second and goal for the Royals. They're going to throw again. Clements sacked at the 9. Just not trusting in that run game. Favors with the sack. Third and goal for Charlotte. Doug Falk this season, just 11 picks, 3 in the first half.
Here we go. 30 base.
Third and goal. Royals down 11. From the 9-yard line, Clements into traffic and incomplete, and Charlotte will only get 3 out of the deal. Looking for Curtis out of the backfield, and Curtis actually had to play defense. Really nice job from Chris Curtis. Third down and 6 for Doug Falk, and Doug's pass is complete to his son Tyler. First down to midfield. Field goal for Charlotte. That is a 6 and a 26 off the board. Numbers are flowing. Albuquerque protecting their 8-point lead. Jesse Long, first down and more. Austin has been owning Phoenix since the first quarter. Another open receiver. Doug Falk on a check down. That is ruled a completion. Nico right way on that last catch. We'll see what Charlotte's defense can do on the next drive. Let's go to Phoenix. Austin's across the 50. Jesse Long over the middle, wide open again. Davian Grady, first down to the 22-yard line. Austin on a roll right now as Falk on 3rd and 2. Can't cut it upfield fast enough. 4th down and 1. Roll out for Dennis Tolbert. And Tolbert hits Tarkington Jr. This passing attack has been impressive today. 13 of 14 for 173 yards. Dennis Tolbert on the money. Little comeback route. Nicely done. 4th and 1, Minnesota is just going to punt it. In Chicago, down at the 7-yard line. Pretty good punt there, but close but no cigar for the Chippers offense. Tolbert with another play fake. Well, launch it into traffic. A rare incompletion today for Albuquerque. Mike Woodstone takes the carry for Austin, picks up 5. 3rd down and 3 at the 15.
Ready to break.
30 plays for Austin, 24 have been passes. Long. Takes a check down to Grady, no gain. Let's go to Charlotte. 3rd down and 7 for Albuquerque at the 47. And Tolbert is sacked. Ayadeli on the blitz. 3rd sack of the day for Charlotte. And don't look now, Charlotte got a field goal on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and then just got to stop. This is a 32-yard field goal for Austin. Makes it 16-3. Another epic run from Corey Preston. 115 yards on 11 carries. Deep kick for Albuquerque. The wind has been very strong in that direction, so blowing in the face of Charlotte right now as the Royals will take over on their 2nd possession of the quarter. Phoenix is flying low right now. I mean, they just don't have a pulse. We haven't heard anything from Chris Andrews or Andy Sands. They haven't been able to connect on any deep balls. A disappointing outcome so far, as Charlotte's pass to the sideline is caught for 22. That's Craig with the catch and a 1st down. Corey Preston up to 128 rushing yards for Chicago. Another move of the chains. Play fake, Joe Tello. Incomplete. 7 of 15 for 99 yards so far today. Clements in trouble again. Sacked by Dyer. Albuquerque, I believe that's sack number 5. Mike Roberts, a little bit off target. 14 of 16 for Chicago. But Albuquerque continues to apply pressure on the Royals offensively. Skippy with a potential bingo here. Card 10. Yep, got the 4 in the corners. That Hugo is confirmed. Play fake for Clements. 2nd down and 19. And Charlotte Scott near a 1st down. At least they got a little closer. Cooley's 6th grab. He's over 100 yards. Joe Tillo airmails to the sideline. He had a man wide open. On 3rd down and 11, Tillo just inaccurate, and Phoenix goes 3 and out. They'll have to punt. How about play fake for Mike Roberts? He's got another one. 1st down to the Minnesota 24-yard line. It is a rout today by the Chicago Dragons. A huge surprise. 3rd down for Charlotte. It's caught. Alvarado, 20, 10, down the sideline of the 5-yard line. One-on-one coverage. The DB went for the pick, and somehow Abarazabo able to come up with a monster play for the Charlotte Royals. Mike Roberts, what a dart! Touchdown from 24 yards out. The Dragons score again. Oh my goodness. That is an absolute rocket ship from unclaimed quarterback Mike Roberts and the Chicago Dragons. A fullback. Oh, Chris Curtis by his shoelaces. I thought he just had an unbelievable touchdown. Only got one. Charlotte needs some kind of touchdowns in the red zone here. 35 is off the board. 14-6 Albuquerque. Clements, end zone, touchdown, 4 yards away. 14-12. The hits just keep on coming. The Royals back in this thing. Abarazabo rewarded. We did miss a 28, Ron. Good call. Hugo card, number 5. For Annie. Yep, 4 in the corner. You got it. Joey Hudson, card 4. Oh, no, it's saying got the number 4. Gotcha. 22 called numbers here on game night. There was just a review just to confirm that. Minnesota's got a first down. They are trailing 35-3. And James Cooley for 2. That is good. We are tied at 14 in Charlotte. If I didn't get you already, Ellie, that is the 4 in the corner. That is confirmed. Look, if you have a different username every place I see your name, I'm just going to call you by the name I see, you know? What are you trying to do to my brain? Already got to call 3 games at a time. Ooh, Albuquerque almost had the kick return for a score. 2-by-2, Boyd. Hand off, Tarrant. Nothing there. Just 26 yards on 15 carries. Austin, the best run defense in the league, and they're playing like it today. Albuquerque and Charlotte, 5-8 versus 5-8. They're all tied at 14. The Royals have scored 14 unanswered. Somehow, still on his feet, Trey McDowell to the Charlotte 49-yard line. Another deep ball from Tillo, cannot connect. Austin's secondary has gotten gashed this season, but Phoenix has not been able to take advantage. Chris Andrews was blanketed out there. Phoenix has to punt again. And you can see the spreads. All these games are basically toss-ups. Charlotte, 2.5-point favorite. Minnesota, 3.5-point favorite. And Phoenix, a 1.5-point dog, nearly picked by Charlotte. Just the 3rd incompletion for Dennis Tolbert tonight. 2nd down and 10 for Albuquerque. Joshua Durr, the classic, sending me a DM about an unrelated topic during the middle of a broadcast. I see you, Josh. I've told him before, like, decreases the chances I'll be able to respond. Mike Roberts takes a sack. And yes, we'll get Kenny squared away for the game. First down to the 18-yard line. Albuquerque's got a first. And the Atomics right back in the red zone. Trey McDowell again. Hugo card number 2, that's Payne Price. Man, Hugo's flowing today. Oh, yeah, 4 in the left corner. Yep, you got it.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line for Albuquerque in a tie game. That's really where our focus is right now. Tolbert, got crushed and still delivered a completion for a pickup of 3 yards. Second down and 8 at the Charlotte 15 for Albuquerque as Mike Roberts on a third down and long. Boy, if Chicago would have converted a third 19. Phoenix sent just about everybody on that play, and it worked. Austin will have to punt. Completion down to the 12. Tolbert's 18 of 21. A huge 3rd and 4 coming up for the Atomics.
Ready. 6 yards.
1:56 to go in the third. 3rd and 4. Tolbert, end zone, touchdown. From 12 yards out, that is big number 85. That is Cameron Meyer, the second tight end on the roster. And just like that, Albuquerque takes the lead. That stops a streak of 11 unanswered by Charlotte.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
Big grip.
That again was a 12-yard touchdown run, which has already been off the board. Finally, Phoenix able to get something going down the field. Chris Andrews with that catch for the first down, just his second. Good little slant over the middle. $327 to 142 in total yards in Minnesota. I bet you can guess who's leading that category. Doug Falk's pass is incomplete on 2nd down and 12. That's how the 3rd quarter ends in Minnesota. They are first to the 4th quarter. Joe Tillo dropping a throw on 1st and 10. Wide open. There's Andy Sands. First down. Finally, Phoenix getting the offense rolling. First catch of the day for Andy Sands. Doug Falk, 3rd and 12, and Minnesota will convert. James Cooley, 6 catches, 104 yards. On the day, Abarazzabo's got a touchdown for Charlotte. 275 to 266 in favor of Charlotte. That game is razor thin, just like both teams' records. Very evenly matched today. Pickup of 13 yards to Clements. First down Minnesota and first down Phoenix. To the 22-yard line, all 3 offenses with the football right now are moving. Abarazzabo up to 77 yards on 5 catches for Charlotte. Handoff, Chris Curtis bouncing off a tackle and getting to the 43-yard line. He's up to 63 yards. Wow, receiver took a vicious hit there for Minnesota. Phoenix is in the red zone, down to the 11-yard line. And the Skyhawks have a golden opportunity here as we wind down to the end of the 3rd quarter. John Clements drops to throw for Charlotte. Wide open is Curtis. He's got a first down.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Tyler Falk with a catch to the 26. This is Tillo into the end zone. Pass is deflected away. More great coverage out of this Austin secondary today. No huddle for Minnesota in the 4th quarter. Falk checked down, got the first down. Curtis nowhere to go. Albuquerque been a little bit better against the run in the 2nd half after getting gashed in the 1st. Sansbino in the flat down to the 8-yard line for Phoenix. It'll be 3rd down and 7 when they come back from the quarter break. End of the 3rd quarter also in Charlotte. Falk going to the end zone. That pass is caught for a 22-yard score. Touchdown Minnesota. Finally, something to cheer about for the Chippers. Back to Phoenix, 3rd down and 7 at the 8. Tillo. End zone, jump ball, touchdown! Phoenix into the end zone. Chris Andrews. And 8 hits as well. First down for Charlotte at the 26-yard line of Albuquerque. James Cooley, 7 for $126. The Royals trying to answer the Atomics touchdown. Extra point is good for the Skyhawks, and we got a ball game in Phoenix. The score nearly identical to their first meeting, 16-10 now. Let's go to Charlotte. Clements, 11 minutes to go. Fires near side, caught to the 11-yard line. Albuquerque's, check that, Charlotte back in the red zone. Mike Roberts for Chicago today, unclaimed, 18 of 21, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. 327 total yards for the Chicago Dragons. Play fake for Roberts, all day to throw, takes a check down, the receiver was out of bounds. Can Charlotte answer? Can Austin answer? Handoff, Chris Curtis. Dives ahead for 4, 68 yards on 14 carries. Mr. Churchill, Hugo card number 7. Got the 4 numbers in the corners. You need a 45 for another one. Clements, 2nd and 6, just throws it away. Out of the back of the end zone, you can't get called for grounding. Ron Haynes wants a 23 somewhere. Roberts fires, incomplete on 3rd down. So Minnesota gets a touchdown and then they get a stop. 3rd down and 6 for Charlotte at the 7. Clements wide open and he overthrew him. Abarazabo was wide open and all John Clements can do is look at the ground. 4th down. Oh man, you can't get more wide open than that, folks. Cannot get more wide open than that. 4th and 6. Charlotte is going for it. How many opportunities are you going to get this close to the end zone? Clements fires. Cooley, touchdown. 1 point away from a tie, and Charlotte again. Deep ball for Austin is incomplete, and Phoenix gets a stop. Here come the Skyhawks. Cooley boxes out the Albuquerque defensive back. Charlotte has now scored 17 in the second half. On 4th and 6, extra point, good. 9:59 to go and tied at 21. Don't forget the Northern Division is on the line tonight in primetime. 9-4, Dakota. 7-6, Portland. If Dakota wins, they will clinch the Northern Division and a playoff spot. And that's probably what Fresno is hoping for, as Doug Falk almost threw another pick, because that would get another team down to 7-7. Tillo drops to throw. Phoenix is down just 6. That ball ripped away from the intended target. Tillo's pass a little high. Doug Falk out of the backfield. Minnesota still playing hard. 9:26 to go. Dennis Tolbert has as many touchdowns as he does incompletions. He has not thrown a pick today. Tillo on 2nd down and 10 has a 1st down up to the 48-yard line. Tolbert's going for it all. Down the sideline in double coverage, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up for Albuquerque. Allegheny on that last catch for Minnesota. 4th down and 1. The Chippers offense stays on the field with 9 minutes to go.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Why not? What do you got to lose? Play action rollout, and that's a 1st down for Minnesota up to the Chicago 40-yard line. So finally here in the 4th quarter, Minnesota starting to put things together, but way too little too late. 3rd down and 10 for Albuquerque. Tillo's pass almost caught by a different receiver off the deflection. Doug Falk is sacked into double coverage, and Albuquerque throws 3 straight incompletions. The Atomics just kind of panicked on that drive. Looking for Robert Martin-Jones down the field. He was targeted a bunch on that drive. Since Robert Martin-Jones became the #1 receiver, as Doug Falk's got a lot of running room to the Chicago 31-yard line. 1st down, Andy Sands with the catch. Phoenix is on the Austin 31. The Skyhawks are driving. Since Robert Martin-Jones took over as wide receiver 1 of Albuquerque, he actually leads the league in receiving yards per game, and Charlotte's done a pretty nice job on him today. Just a few grabs for Robert Martin-Jones. Another 1st down for Minnesota with 7:45 to go in the 4th on the Chicago 29-yard line. There's 9:15 left in Phoenix. 1st down, the Skyhawks are moving. They were down 16-3 in this game. Tillo's pass incomplete. Now Charlotte with the football, tied at 21 with Albuquerque. Both teams are 5-8. They need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Curtis to the outside, but can only pick up 2. He's up to 70 yards.
65.
Doug Falk, a lot of time in the pocket, fires to the sideline. That is caught to the Chicago 25. Will briefly stop the clock with 7:14 to go in the 4th quarter.
Sack City, baby.
Blitz from Albuquerque, and Clements airmailed it into the Atomics bench. Tyler Falk has Minnesota into the red zone. Under 7 to play, unfortunately for Minnesota. They dug themselves way too deep a hole. Joe Tillo just took a sack. Clements has near a 1st down. It will be a 1st down. Boone with that last haul. And into the end zone, touchdown. 19-yard score, relative ease there for Minnesota. Donnie Allegheny with the score. That's our 25th called number of the night. Easy pitch and catch for Minnesota makes it 35-16. Clements on 1st down and 10, incomplete to the sideline. Now 27 of 38. Phoenix, due to back-to-back sacks from Austin, will end up having to punt this football. And this is not the best punt either, inside the 20, but only to the 17-yard line. 17 also hits. Jesse Long, 22 of 30, 230 yards and a touchdown today. Austin has not gotten a ton of pressure on the quarterback, but it has been a difference today. With under 8 to play, Austin protecting a 6-point advantage. Clements on a 3rd down and 9 has to dump it off short, and Albuquerque gets the stop they need. They'll get the football back. We have 26 called numbers right now, and all 3 games coming up to the 5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Hand off to Mike Woodstone, and look at the space for Woodstone. A pickup of 18 yards for Austin, and the Lone Stars have a 1st down. Again, the winner of Austin and Phoenix will retake the lead in the Southwest Division. Right now, that is Austin. Up by 6 is, again, the wind at the back of Albuquerque here in the 4th quarter. The wind in the face of Charlotte here in the 4th quarter. Dennis Tolbert, 19 of 25, 238 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, but the Atomics still tied with Charlotte with 7:08 to play. Handoff again to Mike Woodstone. This time not as much room to run, not like Corey Preston's day. Preston up to 137 rushing yards on 17 carries. It's 3rd down and 1 at the 34-yard line for the Dragons. Jesse Long. And Dennis, Tolbert's pass is way off the mark. Long going to take off and run. Dangerous. Nearly fumbled. Oh, look at that ball from Mike Roberts. 1st down to the Minnesota 39-yard line. Watch this ball. Actually, right there. Woo. That was close. Tolbert now dropping a throw. 3rd down. Caught at the 41-yard line. 1st down for Albuquerque. Their own 41, 6:22 to go in the 4th quarter. That pass caught by Robert Martin Jones. Unclaimed, wide receiver 1. He has been the hottest receiver in the last 7 weeks around the league. Chicago's still throwing, under 5 to go in the 4th quarter. Roberts takes a check down to the 35. Phoenix has got to get off the field. 5.5 to go, 3rd down and 5. This is where Phoenix has struggled the most. Tolbert check down to the 48-yard line. 5:46 to go in the 4th quarter in Charlotte. Under 5 to go in Phoenix. Jesse Long's pass caught at the 40. 5:25 to go in the 4th in Charlotte, tied at 21. As Tolbert fires down the field, incomplete with 5:16 to go. 3rd and 4 for Albuquerque. Roberts keeps the drive alive for Chicago. Perfect play on 3rd down and 1. And with Minnesota down 3 scores, they will not be calling any timeouts. Can Albuquerque convert? Austin just did. Tolbert, 1st down to the 42. Another move of the chains for Austin as Woodstone gets it up to the 38-yard line. And we are now under 5 minutes in all 4 of the games tonight. 26 called numbers, with 17 being the last. And off to Preston, gets down to the 25-yard line. Under 4 now to play. Another 3rd down for Phoenix's defense. They got to get off the field at the 37-yard line. Albuquerque driving, under 5 to go. Tarkington around the end gets a handful. Long, 3rd and 7. Fires to the sideline, and it only gained 1 yard. Phoenix does, in fact, get the stop. It would be a 53-yard field goal from here. We'll see what Austin decides to do. Oh, Austin's going to kick this. 53-yarder to go up 9 points. They take it all the way down. Lone Stars. Got it. Oh, what a kick. 53-yard field goal to give Austin a 9-point lead. That is huge. Meanwhile, John Denham, 3rd and 2, creeping across the 1st down line. Albuquerque bleeding clock here in the 4th quarter. You can claim another, Skip, you got a second one on the previously 26 called numbers, so double you go tonight for Skip. This will be a field goal that is good for Chicago. 38-17. Dragons. Under 3 to play. Albuquerque's got the ball at the Charlotte 32-yard line. Now Phoenix has the football. They got to score quickly. No picks for Tillo tonight, but very inefficient. Dennis Tolbert fires, caught inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Albuquerque's got plenty of time. Robert Martin Jones, another catch. We got Albuquerque in the red zone at the 2-minute warning.
Right here. Come on.
We've got Phoenix down 9 in the no huddle. They have reached the 2-minute warning. Both of those games coming down to the wire, although Phoenix is going to need 2 different scores. Play fake, Dennis Tolbert on first down and goal, fires into the end zone, almost picked off. Woo, that was dangerous. 2nd and goal coming up for Alba. Oh, Tiller just missed a wide open receiver. Had it.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Bang,
Handoff to Denham for Albuquerque. There's a flag. Right as he crossed the goal line, it's a hold. Wipe the touchdown off the board. It's on Robert Martin Jones, and it's 2nd and goal at the 12.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, come on now.
Oh man, what a just gigantic penalty, and then Denham is dropped for a loss in the backfield. You can see the wind blowing here in the stadium. Phoenix has the ball up to the Austin 37-yard line. 3rd and goal at the 15. Albuquerque just needs any kind of points to take the lead. Phoenix needs a touchdown or a field goal and an onside kick recovery and another score. There goes Denham all the way down to the 2-yard line. Timeout, Charlotte, to try to preserve time to get down the field. They have 1 remaining. It is 4th and goal for Albuquerque at the 2. I mean, you're only 2 yards away, but you got to take the points, right? 2nd and 24 after Tillo took another sack. Austin's defensive pressure has been the difference in that game. This field goal to take the lead for Albuquerque. Charlotte blocked it! Picked up at the 10! Only big men are chasing the Royals in a tie game. Charlotte's gonna block a field goal and take it to the house. Touchdown Royals. They might have just saved their season. The 2nd game this season in which Charlotte's special teams has come up with an unbelievable 2nd half play to take the lead. A couple of weeks ago, we saw a field goal blocked that would have won the game in Milwaukee, but it did not result in a touchdown. This one did. Now Albuquerque's back's against the wall. It's the first turnover of that game. Extra point is good on 4th and 15. Phoenix just converted. Sansbino on a jump ball in the open field. Timeout Skyhawks. They have 34 seconds left, but the drive stays alive. Winner of that game takes over in the Southwest. Chicago has beaten Minnesota 38-17. They're now tied with Montana with the worst record in the league at 3-11, but they get a monster win on the road. Minnesota's got to be disappointed. Both of those teams' seasons are effectively over. But good to see Chicago get back into it. 81% completion percentage for Mike Roberts. Okay, now Charlotte is kicking off. Joe Tillo, 28 seconds to go. Tillo fires, that pass is caught. Touchdown, Phoenix. Mateus Sansbino with his first touchdown of the day. The fireworks are going off, and Phoenix isn't done just yet. Can Albuquerque shake off the huge momentum swing in Charlotte? Tolbert sideline dropped.
Let's go.
25 seconds left. Phoenix has 2 timeouts. They'll have to recover the onside kick. Albuquerque on a 2nd down and 10. Dumps it off, and Denham just got obliterated. Now it's 3rd down and 10 for Albuquerque. 1:19 to play. The Phoenix game rests on an onside kick. Don't do this again, Phoenix. Their last 6 losses, 7, 5, 6, 8, 2, and 7 points. Albuquerque to the sideline to the Charlotte 43. A 32-yard grab by Trey McDowell. Albuquerque needs a touchdown to tie. Phoenix needs this onside kick recovery. Game night coming down to the wire. Here we go. Onside kick. Bobbled. Who's got it? And Albuquerque has gotten down to the Charlotte 23-yard line. Robert Martin-Jones. Austin recovered the onside kick. It was recovered by Gerard Abacadario, who was almost benched this week. So what a play there. Tolbert, 46 seconds to go. Dennis Tolbert takes a sack. 40 seconds left. All 3 timeouts for Albuquerque.
Let's go now. 60 outlaws.
They don't want to score too quickly and give Charlotte another opportunity here. Tolbert, 2nd and 23, takes a check down to Denham. That pass is caught at the 29. Albuquerque should call timeout. Where's the timeout? Albuquerque mismanaging this situation. That definitely should have been a timeout. I'm shocked it was not. Now we're down to 10 seconds here. Albuquerque, Tolbert looking, sacked again. Timeout Atomics with 5 seconds left, and they only have time for one more play. That's not how that's supposed to go down. Well, that's an immediate under review here from the league, because that just does not happen in the UFL. Albuquerque should have called that timeout on the check down. They inexplicably did not. Here they go on a deep throw to try and tie the game. A bouncing ball into the end zone. That's no good. Charlotte has saved their season on a blocked field goal, and Albuquerque blows 2 opportunities late in the ball game to win this one and falls to 5-9. Well, that is disappointing, and Joseph Clausen, before you go, as that punt goes out of the end zone with no time on the clock, before you go, Clausen, just so you know, we can change situational AI here in the UFL, and it does change and get better. I don't know if you know that, but I'm just letting you know, because that's your area of expertise. Jawan McFadden and the Austin Lone Stars were all over Phoenix today. A key onside recovery helped them win. We got to get out of here. Cue the outro. Final scores as Albuquerque, Charlotte, Austin, Phoenix's stats will be on their individual live streams in the video section of VFN, or up later this week on UFL.football. Your final scores: Charlotte 28, Albuquerque 21. An unfortunate situational AI gap for the Atomics. We'll get that cleaned up, but it comes at the worst moment possible for Albuquerque's season. They fall to 5-9. Charlotte's special teams continue to succeed. They are 6-8 because of them, and the Royals' season is not done yet. Chicago beats Minnesota 38-17. Austin holds on to beat Phoenix 19-17, and they take the lead in the Southwest Division from the Houston Herd. Colin and John Warren are on the call next in prime time. Dakota trying to win the Northern Division. They need a win over Portland to do that. Otherwise, the Huskies can fight for the division crown over the last 2 weeks of the season. I'm UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine, and from all of us at the UFL, this has been a presentation of the Virtual Football Network. We thank you for watching here on VFN and on UFL Game Night. UFL Primetime is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody.